Big news of the day yesterday. Derrick Rose retiring. Shot or no shot, the Bulls should retire Derrick Rose's number.
Go ahead, get the recorders rolling because I'm going to piss everybody off. But there's nuance here. It's not a black and white. There's gray. There's level of gray here. My question is, Jonathan, you grew up here.
Yes.
Now, the Bulls have done things a little different. You know, Bob Love gets his number retired. Bob Love?
Don't do that.
I mean, good player.
Don't do that.
Hold on a minute.
He's meant a lot to the community. Don't go after Bob Love like that. That makes no sense. Don't do that to Bob.
That's wrong.
What did I say wrong?
You stuttered.
Why, I beg your pardon. I mean, I'm not doing rehearsals here.
Wow.
What did I say wrong?
Here's my question.
Don't do that to Bob Love.
I got Tyler Rocky asking if they should retire Joakim Noah's number. When did the standard of retiring numbers become good guy, nice player? Derrick's way better than that, but I'm talking about Joe. Retire Joakim Noah's number? You people lost your freaking minds?
Get back to the topic. What did Jack ask you?
Look, if they retire Derrick's, I think it'd be super cool because he's a Chicagoan. He meant a lot to the community. He did win an MVP. But he was like a meteor going through town here. Like, this is not a no-brainer. Like, even Sylvie, who I know Sylvie said yesterday he got into bed after Derrick blew his ACL, and Allie had to get him out of bed to go to a charity event because he was so despondent.
Yeah, but the Bulls mean a lot to Sylvie.
That's Sylvie's favorite team.
Yes.
He loves them all, but that's his favorite team.
That's the team that means the most to him.
But, like, look, Derrick had a great start, and I think he would have gone to the Hall of Fame, no doubt, if he doesn't blow his ACL. But he did. So, look, there are people thinking he belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Okay. Well, again, different topics. Let's take it one by one, Jack. We talked about it yesterday. Derrick Rose is not a Hall of Famer. He's not. And I know that the Basketball Hall of Fame is a public toilet. Everyone sits in it. I understand that. But it's not to the point where Derrick Rose is a Hall of Famer. He's not. He's a Ring of Honor winner for the Chicago Bulls. That's where he should be. He should have his own night, quite frankly, not with a bunch of Bulls and 5 and 6 guys.
Agreed.
Derrick deserves his own night.
Agreed.
Because people resonate with Derrick because he's from here, went to Simeon, youngest MVP we ever seen. Before we talked about John Morant and all these explosive guards, it was that guy in this era.
Is he kind of like the Bo Jackson of basketball? Since he got injured and his career was kind of ripped from him?
I would say that, yeah. But as far as his numbers being retired, Jay Moore, it's Michael and Jerry Reinsdorf. That would not surprise me at all.
Me either.
Am I going to be pissed because one is hanging in the rafters at the United Center? No. Because because of all the things that we could rip the Reinsdorfs for, there's athletes that they appreciate.
Yes. And look, I'm not, again, let me be clear. I'm not saying he shouldn't get his number retired. I'm just asking the general jersey retirement thing. When did it become so, retire his number? For all these different athletes, Joakim Noah. Let me ask you a question. Are we retiring Chris Bryant's number?
You should know.
You should?
You should not.
You absolutely should not.
Yeah.
That dude was the MVP that led you to the World Series after 108 years.
Yeah, but Rizzo was the heartbeat.
Yeah, I would argue Rizzo's number gets retired.
If it doesn't get retired, he deserves a statue.
Who?
Riz.
Oh, Riz.
Rizzo. You hear what I'm saying over here, right?
Right.
Okay, I'm saying Rizzo to me was the heart and soul of that championship run.
But Bryant was the MVP of the team.
That's fine. Rizzo was the guy.
Like, Chris Bryant's never, ever getting his jersey retired here.
I understand. But if you ask the question why, you know what the answer is? Follow the money. That's why. Feel good works when your team sucks or if your team is just average. You know what brings people to the ballpark? You know what brings people to the arena? Feel good and nostalgia.
Why don't we retire
that's why.
Justin Fields' number then?
Now you're taking it too far.
I mean, he made everyone feel good.
No, but you're missing my point. My point is that people, when you saw Derrick Rose being drafted number 1 by the Bulls, being the youngest MVP, how exciting he was, how he set the NBA world on fire. Unfortunately, he did get injured. However, he's still ours, Cap. He's still ours.
He is. He's a Chicago kid that plays into it. And again, I'll say it for the 100th time. I'm not saying he shouldn't get it. I'm just asking the general question.
And you don't like my answer. My answer is because you follow the money. Why are there so many statues at guaranteed rate? Why? Because Jerry Reinsdorf understands nostalgia and appreciation for the 05 championship. Same thing for Derrick. If Derrick's one is retired, if it ever will be, it's fine. It's no problem. But again, he's not a Hall of Famer.
Can you tell me how many jersey numbers the Bulls have retired and who they are? I would not. One of them I would never have gotten.
Well, it's Love. It's Sloan.
Yep.
Johnny Kerr's up there.
Johnny Kerr is not.
He's not there as a broadcaster?
As the head coach, not as a broadcaster.
Head coach? Okay.
Yep.
Well, now he's up there.
Yep. Not a number, but yeah. There's 5 numbers. And then you got Phil,
Jordan,
Jerry Krause, and Red Kerr separately.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you said
Sloan,
Love,
yeah,
Jordan.
Mm-hmm. They didn't retire Pippen yet, did they?
They did.
There were Pippins there.
Yep, there's one more.
Is Van Leer up there?
If you get this, I'm going to take the money out of my pocket right now, and I'm going to buy you coffee all next week.
Okay. The other Bull, not from the championship years, is it? No.
It's not off the Bulls championship team, no.
No. So it had to be from that Van Leer Sloan era, right? Is Bob Boozer up there? No.
He played in that era.
Okay. So Sloan, it's not Van Leer?
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Bill Russell.
What?
Bill Russell. Bill Russell's number 6 is retired across the league.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
And that's it. So you got Sloan, Russell, Love, Jordan, and Pippen. That's it.
And also Theus's fur coat is up there.
Correct.
Reggie Theus's fur coat from being on Rush Street.
Correct. So that's all we've got. They were talking, should we retire Pax's number?
No.
No.
That'd be a horrible night.
And I
It would
love
be.
John.
No, that'd be a bad night.
Right, but he's getting blasted because of how it worked out when he was in charge of basketball ops. I love John. He hit a huge shot to win a championship. Then are we retiring Steve Kerr? He hit a shot to win a championship. How about Horace Grant? He made the pass to Steve Kerr to hit the Pax.
That's why you have a Ring of Honor, to honor them that way.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Ring of Honor, 1,000%.
But it's Jerry. It's Jerry's heart. He knows, he feels bad, like we all felt bad about the injury to Derrick.
Correct.
So,
and again, I'm not anti him getting his number retired, but the rest of them, sweet mother of God. Who else? Will Purdue?
Dennis Hobson.
Dennis Hobson would be a great one.
here's Jack.
Hood, you alluded to this earlier. Reports earlier this week that the Bears are going to try to get Roschon Johnson more involved this week.
It's Jonathan or Jay Hood. You don't know me like that. Go ahead.
Shot or no shot.
McGrath.
Shot or no shot. Roschon Johnson establishes himself not only as like the lead back for the Bears, but more of a feature back. Committee goes to the side, and it's all Roschon Johnson after this week.
I think that this week Roschon Johnson will be the lead back. Now, what does that mean moving forward? I don't know. I think that some people need a wake-up call in this organization, and Swift might be one of them. Swift, Nate Davis, we can make a small list of those guys, Cap. You need a wake-up call. So I would say that Roschon Johnson will start off getting the lion's share of the carries, and then Swift will get his. I think that's only right, because that guy was making a hole. Was it 4 yards a carry, Cap? 3 yards a carry? 4? Okay, I'm fine with that. Now, is he the feature back moving forward? I don't know.
Yeah, I can't say that. That's a no for me right now. That's a no shot, Jack. But he'll get significant opportunities. I would just love to have Shane Waldron on. I don't think he does radio, but consider this an official request that I'd like Shane Waldron to come on. And I just would love to ask him, like, could I walk up to him after practice and say, can I ask a question? You said Khalil Herbert is your short yardage back. Then why wasn't he in there on fourth and inches at the 5?
Got to turn the page, man.
Why
that was last
wasn't
week's
he?
game? Got to turn the page.
Say it! I want to know.
Say it.
And I don't want to hear we have to execute better.
Yeah,
that means diddly to me.
Got to move on.
I want to hear, guess what? I effed up. Roschon should have been in there. He's our toughest runner in between the tackles.
You're not getting that from Shaky Shane, man.
That's just BS.
You shaky bastard. He's not getting that. And you should be able to get the job done running the football against the Rams, who's 31st in the league. The Panthers is 27th, and the Jaguars 29th in the league as far as defensive rating. You should. But will you? That's the question.
But commit to it and have a consistent plan. Hey, it's 4th and inches. We're going for it. All right, get Roschon in there. Okay, 1st and goal at the 4. Let's get Khalil Herbert in there. What?
Can you sneak in one more, Jack?
I can make it a quick one, too, because we're going to talk about this later as well in the Friday folder. But Theresa Weatherspoon, coach of the Chicago Sky, fired last night. Angel Reese put out a statement on social media, said she was, quote, heartbroken. Shot or no shot, this is a bad look for the Sky that they fired their coach after 1 year with a young roster.
Slightly shot, that's a bad look, unless they have some kind of bombshell hire. Is Weatherspoon the bridge to something better? And it's the Sky, and I would usually say no. Based on how they do business, Cap. So it was a surprise to you and a surprise to me when I saw it on my timeline. But if you don't have like a big-time hire, you say, all right, this is our renter-ria, we're moving on. Okay, but if it's just some ancillary hire, just some person, then there's something internally that I got to find out about Witherspoon and the way she coached.
Yeah, I was wondering why there were 2 Sky executives scouting my game, the 10-year-old team that I coached this summer. Taking notes. It's a no shot because they know their system way better than we all know their system. Lord knows they know what's going on with Theresa Weatherspoon. So I will assume that they had a valid reason for moving on.
It's just a little concerning that your young and up-and-coming star then goes to social media. That kind of
means
seemed
nothing.
like
Who cares?
she was upset with the move.
Good. Who cares? And if they bring her into the interview process, they're stupider than I think they are.
No,
You don't get the players involved in the interview. You may have dinner and say, hey, here's what's going on. What do you think of this? Give me the vibe of the team. But they don't make the determination.
No, but I think she'll have a say in the direction of the organization. Maybe not the hire, but the direction of the organization. She's a rookie, and she's going to have something to say. If men have that autonomy, she should as well.
But do men really have that autonomy?
They do, depending on the organization.